Alright, everybody, welcome to the season finale for the Midnight Racing League Super Speedway Series. Garrett Jenkins up here in his booth as always, covering the action for tonight. It has been for some, a grueling season. It'll come down to this. Right now, as we enter walking into tonight, we'll pull up the practice times here in a moment. The qualifying is actually about to end. So while we got a moment here, the points walking into tonight. Justin Millicar on top over Corey Wright, Mark Pearson, Kevin Winker, Trevor Harmon, and the rest of the field. "23 points separate Corey Wright from Justin Millicar. And of course, on down 32. Pearson down by 32. 35 for Kevin Winker, 88 or 42 for Trevor Harmon. So the plan tonight for Justin Millicar, pretty much simple. As I have experienced technical difficulties real quick, so I got to take care of that. Go ahead and get them out the way now versus later. So just bear with me a moment here. Internet. So it should be up here in just a moment. Let's see if I can get this out of the way now versus later. There we go. That's more like it. Qualifying underway now. Right now. I have no idea. We'll find out. Right now, Dylan Fink on the board, as is several other drivers already out onto the racetrack. Mitchell Rendon will be up next at the line. Day 81 of Dylan will get us kick started here at the line. The time to beat 51.486 the first lap. Drivers right now, Robbie Adams on the track, Mitchell Reardon. Well, Reardon will go 52.155 for his first lap. Of course, a lot of drivers you're going to see the first lap will be the throwaway lap. Really ain't going to matter. Right now, Dylan Fink about to come back across the line to finish his second lap, and at the line, 51.532 does not improve. Kevin Allen sliding to second with a 51.995. Well, one of the championship hopefuls, and really the man that comes into tonight, second in the points, Corey Wright, out by 23. Looking to try to, well, basically Corey Wright knows he has to win tonight, and Justin Millicar has to have a terrible night. That's pretty much the way it boils down to. But Justin comes into tonight, has a great run, finishes in the top 10 even. Then the championship should go to Justin Millicar. Should, would, and could. Corey Wright win his qualifying run at top of the board. Right now, the man who holds the keys in the palm of his hands to get a championship tonight, Justin Millicar, first lap, 54.009. Thoroughly. Skylar Harold jumps up fourth quickest. With Justin Millicar at the line, survey says for the front row, 51.499. Not even close. Cuts the car off. See, can't get a quick word when he. Justin Millicar, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir. How's it going?
Going pretty good. Tonight you enter 23 points above Corey Wright and 30 plus against the rest of the field. I got to ask, is tonight just survive, or do you feel like you got to go out there and try to win this one?
I mean, it is pretty much survive. I do have to do a little bit in terms of I can't just, get wrecked and finish in the back. But I'm having some wheel issues right now, which is why my qualifying kind of got messed up. So I have the controller next to me ready to go on standby if it just doesn't work out. In my last race, I just did like an hour ago. It disconnected 2 times. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I can do. Definitely not feeling too good. It's pretty difficult on the controller, so we'll see.
All right, buddy. Best of luck to you from here on out. Hopefully by the end of the night, we're talking to you as a champion.
Yes, sir. Hopefully. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Well, there's 2 sides to every story right now. A couple other drivers rolling out onto the racetrack. Kenny Real, one of them. Kenny just going to limp around. Timothy Cook enters tonight, point-wise, in the 6th spot. One in that, not mathematically eligible, unless he gets every point that he can muster, and might have a shot at it. Well, 2 sides of every story. Let's get the man who's got some work to do tonight. Off to a great start. Corey Wright, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
We'll come into the night 23 to tie Justin Millicar 24 to take the championship away from him. Do you feel like the Ford's got the truck and the pace to be able to do that tonight?
I think we do. I think we just got to, like I say all the time when we're here, stay clean, just be smart, race hard. I've won here before. We can win here again.
Well, buddy, coming into tonight, you say be careful, be easy with it, but really, is there even really a plan to try to stay out of trouble here? Or is it just a 50-50 chance you'll have trouble here or you might not?
It's definitely 50-50, man. But you better chance of staying up front, so we're going to try to ride up front all night and hopefully stay clean, and we'll see what happens. It's going to be a fun race either way.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you from here on out. Hopefully we get talked to in this thing.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Chase Mastrutta. What a roll this joker's been on MMS. Constant finishes. PGR had a great run going. Looking to keep the momentum rolling. So right now, as it stands, Kenny Real top of the board, so he'll actually take that extra 5 bonus points away from Corey Wright. By a thousandth of a second, qualifying has concluded. Now, I will do my best. I'll do my best to try to keep everybody informed on what the points are projected to be. Of course, it is never over, or it's never official here. It's just a predicament. My calculations try to give some drivers or the people watching what is the projected points as we run. So I'll try to keep everybody updated tonight for what should be a good 50 lap. And with that being said, get Kenny Real on the phone here. Kenny Real, Gary Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, put number 11 back on the board. The last time you were on the pole, you walked out of here winning this thing. I got to ask you, though, with the championship drivers all surrounding you, is there a bit of, I don't know how to say it, but really, are you going to race differently around them, or is the 11 just going to go straight for the win tonight?
I'm racing them the same way they'd race me, so we're just going to go out here and win this thing.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you tonight. Hopefully we'll get to talk to you at the end of this thing.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Yes, sir. Well, to do that, got to go through a star-studded lineup and drivers fighting for a championship or just to improve themselves in the points. Kenny Real, Corey Wright, first and second. Gordon Gladwell, Robbie Adams, Skylar Harrell, Kevin Allen, Trevor Harmon, Frank Chavez, Timothy Cook, Dylan Fink, Mitchell Redun, and Justin Millicar, the Fast 12. Of course, Millicar fighting wheel issues. Tonight, Scott Lee, Juan Cos Jr., Kevin Winker, and Chase Mastrutta rounds out the 17-car field. Colton Ward do not count as race control. Right now, looking at it, none of the drivers gets the first 5 bonus points other than Kenny Real for starting on the pole. The extra bonus points goes as ordered. Most laps led, Mark Pearson. Fastest lap, or most laps led is 5 points. Fastest lap is another 5 points. To lead a lap, 5 points each. Entering tonight. Well, bonus points will come out very handy. All right. Kenny Real, Corey Wright brings us down to the start. We're rolling. 50 laps in the season finale. Wrong camera. There it is, drone camera. McKinney Real right now holds the ball lane right, got a nose to his quarter panel on the outside lane. Gordon Gladwell push Real clear for the moment. As the field comes off of the turf for banking for the first time tonight. At the line, McKinney Real barely. Right out of field. All right. Oh, Walcott Jr. Mitchell upside down. Caution that already. The 38 comes back on its wheels, and we're already under caution for the first time tonight. Well, that didn't take long. I hope it's not set. I don't think it's going to set 30 for a night. What the hell happened? Let's look at it first for what's turned into my favorite camera for over the last couple of days. Look at it from the Raging Idiot Racing Network blimp camera. All right, everybody gets all out of sorts. Really looks like the 81 slams. Oh no, rewind it before I say. Check out Fagan. Mastrud actually gets to back at 81, sends him down into the 38 and the 3, and from there it's just on. Right on board with, getting on board with Justin Millicar. Sees it, gets on the, goes ahead, rolls all the way out off of the gas, able to get through it. That right there very quickly could have been a big damper to the championship. Next on board, we'll get Juan Cobbs Jr. Bam. I don't even think it was coming. Last but not least, on board with Mitchell through this. Mitchell Reardon already a hell of a ride tonight. Well, first caution of the night. Several drivers already coming in, taking service, and right back out. What? I think it's quite how a lot of these drivers want to start off tonight. Well, under the first caution of the night, their multi-car incident on the back straightaway, collision Mitchell Reardon, Dylan Feet, Juan Carlos Jr., Chase Mastretta, Frank Chavez, among others. We'll re-rack the field before we get going here. And it will be Trevor Harmon, Timothy Cook, first and second. Kevin Winker, Corey Wright, Kenny Reilly, top five. Skylar Harrell, Gordon Glywell, 6th and 7th. Justin Millicar, 8th and 9th. Robbie Adams, top 10. On down through the field, Scott Lay, Dylan Fink, Mitchell Reardon, Chase Mastretta, Frank Chavez, Juan Carlos Jr. Them are drivers who remains so far in this race. Alright. Field brings them back to the start. Trevor Harmon, Timothy Cook, we're rolling again. Right now, field thunders off of turn 2. Halfway through lap 6. Oh, damn. Okay, I see where that camera's at now. Kevin Winker to the outside, trying to make something happen again. Pushed by Corey Wright. Top 4 drivers all fighting for a higher spot in the playoffs. Right in the line, Kevin Winker will get the lead. 44 to go. Right now, Winker down to the apron. I don't know if he got shut down the line. Didn't quite catch it right beforehand. Regardless, the 42 goes all the way back. Corey Wright to the lead. Millicar Mastretta trying to make something happen in that third lane. 122 degree track tips, so the lane's practically evened out. Wright will lead at the line. Kenny Real looking back to his outside, who started on pole. And Gordon Glidewell trying to make it 3 wide. Tried. Didn't work. Right now, Biggs moves on the race so far. Running to start. Chase Mastretta up 12 spots. Timothy Cook up 5. Trevor Harmon up 5. Justin Millicar up 6 from where he started. Right now running at 6 as a matter of fact. Right now, Kenny Real fighting back to the outside. Got Chase Mastretta and Millicar with him. At the line, give it to Kenny Real. Real's led 3 laps so far tonight. Switch back up. I don't know what's up with SDK already, but either way, we'll roll with it for the moment. Just go back to the other one. Try to work around the car as best we can. Right now, Chase Mastretta trying to make his presence known, and we mentioned about Mastretta at the top of the show. Over the last 2, it must have been a great showing us. Trevor Harmon almost loses it to Trevor. Oh, Real into the wall. They save it. No, they don't. Yes, they do. No, they don't. Yes, they do. Jesus. Well, they all save it. Hallelujah. Caution's out. I say too many close calls. All right. Let's go ahead and go back and look at this here and try to dissect all this. Go ahead and take this back to the blink cam. Harmon gets loose right there. No harm, no foul. Blends back up. Oh, hold up. Really look at this here. That's net good. Barely. Go on it one more time, because this all starts with the 11 getting loose. Well, damn. So I can't rewind worth the darn. Alright, look at it through the trial here. Well, Harmon's loose. Mastretta's holding the 11 down a little bit, but they're going to get a gap. Yep, net code off the 84. It's going to get Kenny into Mastretta. Kenny fighting just to hang on to it for dear life. Corey Wright's battling back at the bottom, just trying to hoping he'll get around it. From there, everybody already scattered. I believe that's the 09 Timothy Cook. He'll make contact with Juan Carlos Jr. Gladwell gets a piece of it. And alright, just like that, under the second caution of the night. Well, Corey Wright and others comes down for the pits. Juan Carlos Jr. stays out. And just like that, Corey Wright wins the race off of pit road. Dylan Fink, Trevor Harmon, Skylar Harold, and Justin Millicar are the top 5 off of pit road. Well, great look at Daytona, and I believe Juan Carlos Jr. Ain't saying that he's left, but evidently either a massive packet loss or something has happened to the 3. But it'll give Corey Wright back the lead. Right now as it stands. Coming into tonight. We'll rewrite the field. Corey Wright, Dylan Fink, Skylar Harrell, Trevor Harmon, and Justin Millicar top 5. Frank Chavez, Kenny Real, Corey Glidewell, Mitchell Reardon, and Timothy Cook, the top 10. Scott Lay, Chase Mastrota, Kevin Allen, Robbie Adams, and Kevin Winker rounds out the remainder of the field. All right, pace truck brings them down yet again. 37 laps to go. We're rolling. Ready to start about a 4. Directly Wayne Nees, Millicar will roll right back into 5th. Right now we're Justin is sitting. The championship will go to the 84. Being there's a 23 point deficit coming into tonight between the 84 and the 4. As Trevor Harmon will try to get Millicar, push him up to the lead, and Dylan Fink to the front spot. Right now the field trying to single file further back. Kenny Real trying to hold back. Scott Lee will not work. Meanwhile, Wright slides back to 4th. Right now, Harmon and Dylan side by side as they work down the back straightaway. Millicar will slide right down to the bottom along with Harmon. Here comes Cook right back to the outside, pulling Mastretta, Kenny Real, and several others. But here comes Chase Mastretta. Of course, teammates working together at the line, giving to Harmon yet again. Right now the field pretty much double filed out. I think for right now they're thinking as Mastretta an aggressive, but not gonna work. Mastretta around. Millicar's in this one. Millicar massive damage. Harmon's involved in it. Corey Wright. Take the championship and throw it out the window. Corey Wright, Justin Millicar, massive damage. Chavez, Harold, Kevin Allen. This will be big. Top 2 in the championship coming into tonight. Our tore up Justin Millicar knows. Just go ahead and break it down. Start getting damage fixed best you can. Chase Mastretta already gone. We'll see what happens. I can tell you about the way the looks of it, what happened. We'll get a look at it. Getting real dancing all over the back bumper of the 888. Going down. He goes down, gets loose. Harmon all over the back up. Nothing Harmon can do. Go back and look at that in slow motion. I think what happens, he's going to come down. There. Comes down. Gets loose. Hard to say the contact with the back bumper has anything to do with it. But regardless, Mastretta comes down, gets loose. Harmon, nothing he can do. It all happens so fast. And Justin Millicar will spin through this. And this will take out over half the field. Massive shot. Bam, bam, bam. That car get up in the air. Right on board with the points leader coming into tonight. Jesus. Next on board, Corey Wright. Just gonna fall right in all these drivers' laps. Corey's actually, he got tagged there. Corey might actually come out of this he's going to fare a lot better than what Justin Millicar did, that's for sure. Next on board, Frank Chavez. Buddy, has it been a night for this driver? Less up, hoping to get around it. Less up. Practically come to a stop. Just let everything sort itself out. Well, changes everything now. Unless they ain't changed everything, it'll definitely put a damper on things, especially if drivers how to use a fast repair. Matter of fact, let's see. Justin Millicar rolling back out onto the racetrack, but you see the damage to that 84 machine. I'm going to rear-act the field. Excuse me. Yet again. Skylar Harrell, Kenny Real first, second. Timothy Cook, Gordon Glywell, Corey Wright, the top 5. Told you Wright be right back in it. Frank Chavez, Trevor Harmon, Dylan Fink, Robbie Adams, and Kevin Winker, the top 10. Let's try this again. Harold and Real brings us down. We're rolling. Great start by the 003. Gonna come right back down in front of Real. Dennis Cook occupied third spot side by side for fourth between Wright and Glidewell. Right to the line, Corey Wright. 30 to go. Right now, Wright and Real staff for the 5 bonus points for leading the most laps at 5 each. Right now, Kevin Winker thought about coming into the pits, thinks better of it. As Real leads. Skylar Harrell, Corey Wright, side by side for second. Timothy Cook going Gladwell in top 5. Trevor Harmon lurking back in the back. Right now, the field's still just riding out for the moment. Have all eyes still one or two green flag pit stops left in the chamber if they can make it that far, that is. Had to wait and see, but right now out middle lane. Well, let's just go back to traditional super speedway action with the track as hot as it is, 120 degrees. Track temp right now. Really outside lanes able to pull the runs down the back straightaway. With the right drivers, you can turn that little run into a massive run. But right now, bottom lane seems to be able to hold its own just slightly better. At the line. Keep it real yet again. right now, pretty much. At this point, it's ride for the moment. I mean, been under caution 3 times tonight. 25 to go. A pit stop still evident, still looming in the future. I think right now the plan is just ride. The only person who would love to see a caution right now is Justin Miller car. Right now, 30 seconds off the pace and counting rapidly. Right now, that's pretty much what we'll see for a little while. Outside lane 2x2 action from just about all the way down to the top 10. Everybody right now like to, oh, Timothy Cook saves it. Right now, the one thing Justin Miller car did not want to see, the field coming up behind him, and Miller car 1 lap down. That kind of caused the field to get a little separated, disoriented. Corey Wright's going to take advantage of that with Gordon Glidewell. Glidewell off the wall a little bit. 3 wide for second. Here comes Dylan Fink right back to the inside. Well, everybody's starting to get a little out of shape now. 21 to go. And Fink right back up to the point. And now the wrecking big. Harmon in the air. Saw Corey Wright going across. Right, damage to the front. Robbie Adams involved in this. God almighty. Exactly what Justin Miller car wanted to see. Trevor Harmon, don't see a lot of damage to that truck. One truck up in the air, I believe that was Timothy Cook. Yes, it was, and massive damage to the 09. Let's go back and see what happened. Well, we weren't going to stay like that forever. We weren't going to stay calm forever. With 20 to go, this ought to open up the fuel window enough to where maybe they can make it. Let's see what happens. Just Harmon got cooked in the wrong spot. Corey Wright, man. Corey Wright's going to step out of this. Well, not near as much as what I thought he would. Well, bam. Falls right into his lap contact there. 83 getting into him. His most finish damage will come from the 8 of Robbie Adams. How about Juan Collins Jr. all the way to the wall? Seen him do that several times tonight. Right on board with Timothy Cook. It's a little bit loose, and then around she goes. Corey Wright's on board. We're on board with him through the roll bar camera. In just a second, of course. Gonna fall right and hits that. Bam. Let us put Justin Millicar back on the lead lap. That's Kenny Real. Wins the race off pit road. Dylan Fink, Frank Chavez, Juan Carlos Jr., Corey Glidewell, top 5. There's been a war of nutrition at night. Just joined us. Race recaps so far. Lap 32 of 50, Kenny Real. Your leader right now. 4 cautions for 11 laps and 9 official lead changes of the night. Is where we're at right now. Well, Corey Wright still in the pits. Justin Millicar still in the pits repairing damage. Well, shit just opens up the championship a lot more. Millicar rolling out. Corey Wright, who appeared to have had the best car of the two. Millicar right there in the chase until the caution before this one really set the 84 back a lot. Re-rack it real fast. Dylan Fink, Kenny Real, Juan Carlos Jr., Frank Chavez, and Timothy Cook, the top 5. Gordon Gladwell, Kevin Allen, Mitchell Reardon, Trevor Harmon, and Skylar Harold, your top 10. As the field comes back down, we're going to try this yet again. Be 17 laps to go. We're rolling. Real immediately down to the bottom. Going to leave Cobbs Jr. Well, was going to leave Con Jr. on the outside with Timothy Cook, but Cobbs already sees it and drops down to the bottom. Right now, here comes Fink right back to the outside. I say nobody goes winning, but Gladwell will jump up with Cook as well. Several other ones are scattering again. Oh, to our boys, Kenny Real, hell of a save. 16 to go. Right now. 16 go. Cobbs Jr. trying to hold on to it. Gladwell's pushing it for all he's got, trying to make the outside lane work. Real went up to the top, expecting a push. Cobbs said, no, sir. Right back down to the bottom. Every man for himself. 15 to go. And there they go again. Kenny Real. This time, they ain't one got a big piece of it. God almighty. Gordon Gladwell, meatball damage. Be a fast repair on the way. Well, let's go back and excuse me. Look at this one. For the crash chopper cam. Gladwell gets loose and bam. Simple as that. Just gets loose. And Kenny Real, there have been about 2 or 3 saves tonight that Kenny Real's made. Been a hell of a save. For Gordon Gladwell, the nightmare just came undone. We'll see if the field comes down yet again. 14 to go. If they're not good on fuel after this, I don't know what's going to get them there. Here comes everybody but Kevin Winker stays out, actually. Mitchell Reardon as well. Kenny Real already down and away. See if we can't dial up Justin Millicar one more time. Justin Millicar, Garrett Jenkins wants to get in the booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir. How's it going?
Going pretty good. You sound out of breath.
Yeah, it's been rough, man. It's been a rough race. I'm worried.
Well, but the road for the championship is never easy. I got to ask. Right now, you're sitting in front of Corey Wright, who was evidently had more damage than I initially thought, still on pit road. What's the plan right now? Try to get to the front and stay there, or just still try to play survive? And how bad is the truck still?
We got a fast repair in, so the car's fine, the truck's fine. I was hoping that Winker would pit there because I was definitely going to take advantage of that and stay out. But at this, I don't really know what the plan is, to be honest. At this point, it's survival and keeping an eye out on Corey to see if he gets his damage fixed, and pretty much trying to make him make the moves, and I won't have to do anything, you know, just kind of do my own thing. And yeah, I expect to drop to the back here if he's got damage.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you from here on out. Let you get ready for what should be the most important 11 laps when we take the green of your life and the rest of the fields. Best of luck to you, buddy.
Thank you, sir.
To reiterate the points coming into tonight, it was as simple, 23 points. Separated Justin Millicar for Corey Wright. The rest, 35 or less, they would need a perfect night, and really Justin Millicar not show up, or Corey Wright, for that matter. For example, Mark Pearson, who was not here tonight, so we'll go all the way to Kevin Winker, who was out by 35 points. Winker right now would need a miracle. Right now, coming into the night, Corey Wright, Justin Millicar was separated by 23. It has been anything but a smooth and steady. It has been anything but a smooth and steady night for any of the championship drivers. All right. Winker and Kenny Real brings us down to 9 rules restart zone. Try it again. 11 to go at the line. Right now, top 5 will single file out all the way back to Frank Chavez. Millicar down to the bottom, still in it, and of course, Justin gonna play it safe a little while longer and drop to the back. But it ain't over. Kenny Real all over the place trying to hold Fink back and Harold as they enter turn 3. Will be 10 laps to go. Ten to go. right up in the wall. We'll keep it straight for the most part. Man, Corey will take the safe bet. He's already took his fast repair. Even playing field yet again. Well, they're dropped back because the way they're scattering about, dancing around, snaking their way down the back straightaway, there's going to be at least another big one. Neither one they want to be a part of. Real almost gets turned sideways yet again. Drops down to the bottom. Fink leaves at the line. They're almost wrecking. Hold on to it, Dylan. Woo! What a save. Fink leads at the line. They're settling down right now. It is the calm before the storm. Back off of 4. There you go. 3 wide, almost 4 wide. Oh, Real gets turned into the wall hard. There goes the field. Holy hell. Wild Cause Jr. in this one. Kevin Allen, or Kevin Winker, sorry. Kenny Real got turned big time. Skylar Harold involved. Scott Lee, massive damage. Justin Millicar somehow getting through this. Looks like it anyway. Corey Wright as well getting through it. Holy cow. No, Kenny Real is pissed. Well. You look at him and tell. Yeah, bumpers. Tempers are flaring in Daytona Beach. Let's look at it. Really, this will give us our best look at it, I feel like. We'll set it up all the way, entering turn 3. The reel's going to come up, gets a little loose, and 2 just meet. I actually want to ride on board with Kenny Real. We can get that footage. It comes up, a little loose, a little off center. Sorry, I mean, it looks like if you saw it down in slow motion, we'll really be able to see it. Right, here's what I want to see. Well, Kenny's going to make the move. He comes up. Maybe gets, Trey gets a little sideways. Harmon goes to his outside. Real still fighting a loose condition. Comes up. And Harmon from this angle holds his line. But at that point, there's nothing you can do. Just hold on for dear life. We're coming to the end of the race. Everybody's trying to make something happen. There you see the rest of the field. Pretty much just implodes on itself. Slam, bam, welcome to the jam for several drivers. Watering them up. Corey Wright. Oh! Question the damage to that 4 truck now. Right on board with him and see how bad it really is. Corey knows it's been a night that Corey wants to forget. And him and Millicard actually dropped out of this pack to avoid something of this caliber. But he let off, hoping to get through it. Massive shot, actually. Can I get a look at our right front? It's the right rear. Rear chase. Camera I don't normally use, but it helps. That's far chase. Hard to say. It looks like there's more damage on the left front than what there is anything else. Well, the big one has happened. As the field gets ready to come back to the green. 6th caution of the night. There'll be 5 to go when they take the line. Well, we won't get Kenny Real in here yet. Let tempers cool off for a moment. Still a ways to go. The way this race has been, 5 to go. More likely. Well, more than likely at this point, with 5 to go, we're more likely seeing overtime. Thinking Chavez brings it down. Let's try this yet again. Right now, where Justin Millicard is at, safe to presume that he will have the championship if he can stay right here, but he's got at least 5 more laps to go. Down the back straightaway yet again. Right now, outside lane forming up pretty good. Drivers starting to shift around, trying to figure out where they want to be at, what they want to do. Well, Fink right now leaning Venture Rarinan, who had almost gone upside down at the start of the race, back up in his second. Gladwell, car is very unhappy sneaking around like that. Oh, Mitchell up the track, getting tight. Come on, boys, bring her to the house. Down back straightaway, Chavez leads. Poor Gladwell pushing him for all he's worth. For all his might, really. Down the back straightaway into turn 3 yet again. Chavez had to leave for the moment, gives it right back up. It'll be 3 to go when they get to the start-finish line. Oh, Chavez gets turned up and over. Dylan Wenham, God almighty. Dylan Finnegan running this one. Juan Cobbs Jr. through the grass. Corey right in it yet again. Frank Chavez, after a great night, yes, came undone in the closing laps. What in the hell happened? There's times I'm speechless, and I ain't speechless yet. Pretty damn close. I'm not going to believe what I just saw. I gotta look at it again. Looking at Frank Chavez, and really, I just ran out of room through a trial. I saw that is plain and simple. Chavez getting slammed all around. God bless him. That was violent. He's going to take another shot. It's right on board with him. Doesn't get more violent than that, and then this. Gordon glide wheels on board. That's just pretty much simple. Just ran out of room. Massive lick. We're right. Actually, looks like he ain't gonna get no damage out of this one. Juan Carlos Jr. Back getting real different there. Then a couple come together. Minor damage to both trucks. Seventh caution of the night. What has been a wild championship finale. Well, folks, we gotta check something real quick. This is 3 to go. Alright. Hate that y'all had to see that. But this is the first and only attempt at a green and white checker. The way I understand it, it does not matter if there's a wreck, it does not matter if there's a yellow, and it does not matter if the pace truck's right where it's at in the middle of the track. They are racing it out. With a rear racket. For what would be, and probably not surprisingly, the first and only overtime we got. Mitchell Raridan, Justin Millicar first and second, 38 chooses the outside lane. Trevor Harbin, Kevin Allen, Kenny Real top 5. From there, Robbie Adams, Timothy Cook, Dylan Fink, Kevin Winker, and Corey Wright, the top 10. But where Millicar stands right now, I would have to say, clutch the championship. Alright. This will be something. Justin Millicar wins. Championship is his. He finishes in front of Corey Wright. Championship is his. And pretty much for Mitchell tonight. He's led 2 laps. It will not be the most laps led, as the field brings them down. We're rolling. 1 attempt. Win, lose, or draw. Started in with a great run. Justin Millicar immediately down to the bottom. Well, Harmon and Allen are making contact again. Now back straight away. Here comes the 81 of thing, and there they go. The big thing is Wright gets clear. Mitchell Reardon now with Kevin Allen. Millicar's going to have a massive run. Doesn't matter. You see a caution, but white flag is out. They're racing it back. 1 to go. Oh, Millicar gets an Allen. They say that Kenny rails around. God almighty. Well, Millicar out front. Down the back straightaway. Mitchell trying to fight back on the outside. 3 versus 2. Bottom and top. Trevor Hartman drops down. Here comes feet right back to the outside. Oh, there's contact again. And this time they're wrecking. That will mean off of turn 4. Missed it last year, will get it this year. Justin Millicar. This is season 2. Super Speedway Series champion. Kevin Winker second, Mitchell Reardon third, Trevor Harmon, Skylar Harrell the top 5. There's going to be a lot of tempers post-race. I'll be damned. Justin Millicar. It was not easy, not by the longest of margins. Right at the end, Millicar will have more nutrition, and we'll get it done tonight after losing it by just a handful of points last season to Shane Harr. Redemption for the 84. Gonna come with this controversy, that's for damn sure. Well, I'll let Justin Millicar celebrate this real fast before we interview him. Come into the night, the points leader will walk out of it. Kevin Winker second, Mitchell Redding third, Trevor Harmon, Skylar Hill top 5, Kevin Allen, Kenny Reel, Dylan Fink, Timothy Cook, and Gordon Glidewell. The top 10. Let's get him in here. Now we'll give him a minute. Justin Millicar, Garrett James up here in broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir. How's it going?
It's going pretty good. Did not start off nowhere near the easiest of feats, and for a while, looked like the championship might slip through the 84's fingers for the second straight year in a row. Take me through the whole night from start to finish. And really, how hard was it to keep your head in the game?
Oh shoot, it was rough, man. From the start, obviously I had some wheel trouble, so I was fully prepared to go on controller. Luckily, that didn't need to happen. At one point, it did disconnect, but I was able to plug it back in real quick and get it going. So, yeah, I mean, got caught up early in that first wreck. Had to use up the fast repair. But after I got the fast repair, I kind of sat in the back, and then coming there to those last couple of restarts, I kind of knew the situation. I was pretty much locked in unless Winker or Corey got by and I got wrecked. So I said, like, why not? Let's go for the win. And it paid off. Had to block a little bit. I'm pretty sure at least all the blocks were clean on my end. It was a great finish. Crazy finish all the way up there until that last block and that big wreck there. But yeah, it was definitely feels good. Last year, like you said, should have had it, but it is what it is. Got it this year.
Well, buddy, like I said, the redemption arc after finishing second to Shane R a year ago, has it sat in yet that you finally got the one that got away back, or will it set in later tonight?
Oh yeah, definitely gonna have to let it settle in a little more. I actually wasn't thinking that I was gonna win the race too, but that works out for me. And
Makes it easier
I
on
know
me.
Kevin Winker. Yeah, I know Winker finished second, so he was someone that was kind of close, and I didn't really know he was gonna be close until Mark had hopped in and started spotting, and we were doing some math. So yeah, he was actually pretty close to get me there. Luckily, I was able to hang on, and yeah, I don't know if it's fully settled in, but we'll see later on, I guess.
Well, buddy, a hell of a night on top of a hell of a season. Practically, I've led the points, regular points wise, right from the get go. Last question before I let you go out and celebrate. There's going to be a lot of beer tonight. Is there anybody I want to thank? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Shout out to Eternal Racing as always. Shout out to Kenny Rio for helping me out. Mark was in there, helping out spotting today. Unfortunately, he couldn't make the race, but he was out there helping out, calling out stuff. And yeah, shout out to you for broadcasting, Colton for race controlling, everyone that shows up each and every week, and everyone that watches.
All right, buddy. For Justin Millicar, the one that got away, comes home. He is the Season 2 champion for the Midnight Racing League Super Speedway Series. Appreciate your time, buddy. Hell of a job.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Have a good one.
You too, bud. Well, that being said, I'm going to try to find Kevin Winker and Mitchell Reardon. Neither one of them are in. Well, Mitchell's in here. Look, I'm going to pull Mitchell down. Mitchell Reardon and Garrett Jenkins up here at broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yeah.
Well, P3 finish tonight for the 38. Take me through the night with you specifically, up nearly upside down at the start of the race to come all the way back to finish third. A hell of a night for a 38.
Yeah, I was just trying to stay in the back for the whole race. I knew it was going to be chaotic after getting wrecked on, I think, what it was, lap 3, and just tried to stay safe for the rest of the night and push to the end.
Well, the plan worked out perfectly. Of course, you made the playoffs. Unofficially, where you'll finish outside of after tonight, I ain't even gotten the math done yet. I will ask you. I'll ask you this: looking back over this season, what were some of the high points, and what are some of the things you can take away from this season? From this season that'll end on a positive note.
Well, this being my first league series, say there's a lot of learning, especially on the super speedway and the way the draft works, and how to push cars without wrecking them, and when to block, when not to block. That last lap incident there, I definitely had a late block there, which ruined my chances of winning that race. But Justin was coming in hot, so it was probably should have just stayed down low, but just trying to do better.
Well, of course, it's up in the air if this series will return next season. But I'll ask you this: if it does, what can we expect out of the 38? If it does return, well, really, what can we expect out of really the 38 going forward, whether it's in this or any other series that this league runs? What can we expect out of Mitchell next time we're on the air?
Well, it's really tough to see if this super speedway series comes back, but I am in the race in the developmental, and I will be in the contender series coming up, and hopefully going to be forming some allegiances and get a team going, and just really competitive, hard racing, but trying to learn and not ruin my chances with anything.
Well, buddy, last question before I let you head out of here tonight. Is there anybody I want to thank, friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours after a long, tough, grueling season.
Yeah, that was a good season. I don't have anyone to thank tonight, but hopefully next time we talk, I'll have some teammates to thank. I got to thank Kevin for pushing me as long as he did tonight, right there at the end. I should have stayed with him, but we'll work that out.
All right, buddy. For Mitchell Reardon tonight, it'll be a P3 finish, a hell of a finish for the 38 team, and look forward to seeing them next season at the top of their game. Appreciate your time, buddy. Hell of a job tonight.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yes, sir. That being said, final results for tonight after what was a wild season finale. Justin Millicar takes the win and takes the championship over Corey Wright and several others. Kevin Winker, Mitchell Roden, Trevor Harmon, Skylar Harrell, top 5. Kevin Allen, Kenny Reel, Dylan Fink, Timothy Cook, Gordon Gladwell round out top 10. Robbie Adams, Juan Collins Jr., Corey Wright, Frank Chavez, Scott Lee, Chase Mastrutta will round out the 16-car field for tonight. So again, congratulations are in order to Justin Millicar. He gets back the championship that he lost last season. And after a hell of a season that saw some highs, some lows, and all in all, great racing, a lot of great finishes, we will bring Season 2 of the Super Speedway Series to an end. Appreciate the Justin Millicar and all the other admins and people watching, letting me be able to broadcast the races tonight and all season long. Hopefully next time we're on the air, it will more than likely be the other series that runs on Friday nights. We'll have to wait and see how it all pans out, how it all works out. I'm sure the action will be just as good then as what it was over the season. Tomorrow night, MMS, I'm sure, is on deck. Then the weekend, possibly PGR. Don't know about all that. The PGR stuff up in the air at the moment still. We'll know all that out later on. But for sure, MMS should be on deck tomorrow night. And again, thank you to everybody for letting me put these races on. Appreciate the drivers for putting on a hell of a show each and every week. Cannot wait to see where this goes in the future. And until then, I'm Garrett Jenkins. This has been the Raging Idiot Racing Network, bringing you coverage of the Super Speedway Series and the Midnight Racing League. And I'll see everybody tomorrow night. Until then, take it easy. Have a good one.